Hello everyone and welcome back to another edition of West Ham Fan TV's Post-Match Pint, the only West Ham United post-match full show on the internet. I made that little mistake because I'm happy today. We'll be going through the Liverpool game. It was Liverpool 0, West Ham 3.
Easy results.
I can't believe it.
I took that.
And we're going to be going through some transfer rumours because we desperately need players in, and any other news that we can find during the week. Let's talk about this game, because this was I couldn't see this one coming, to be honest.
No, me neither.
Well, we thought we were going to get slapped, didn't we?
Yeah. You know what I said at the beginning, I took the 2-0 loss. It's just the squad was so depleted, and I'm not saying that because I'm expecting us to lose any games, but we've got no players, and we've gone out there yesterday and we've absolutely ripped Liverpool to pieces and give them absolutely nothing.
I think we had the players for the starting 11.
Yeah,
it's just if the starting 11, anyone got injured, that's when, you look at the bench, it was all kids.
You take out Jarvis.
Oxford was probably our most experienced player.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Scary, innit?
Yeah, it's worrying. It's worrying looking forward to I know we've got the international break, which to be fair I think it's come around quite well for us because we should have a few people back.
Andy Carroll from suspension.
Carroll's going to be back. Jenkinson will be back.
Zarati's back.
Zarati will be back. Carroll will be back. Valencia might be back.
But was it
2 weeks?
Right, let's get into the game before we talk about all this. We start like a fucking greyhound out of a trap.
Yeah.
1-0. Lanzini taps it in. Was it good play by West Ham? Was it bad play by Liverpool?
Yeah, both really. I'd say
it was good play by.
I think it was good play by West Ham. I don't know if Creswell. I think that was a shot cross. I don't think that was a
I think he was just drilling it across to see what happened.
But Lanzini was in the right place, and he looked lively from the start, didn't he? Lanzini.
I was so impressed with him yesterday.
He was that quick. He's rapid.
You know what I like about him, Lanzini? He gets the ball. And he ain't got that fear in him yet, and he just runs at people. And Liverpool couldn't deal with it. No. Liverpool couldn't deal with him.
The thing is that, like watching Match of the Day last night, and they highlighted on what he was doing, and he just gets the ball, and he sees there's player coming towards him. He turns off. It's what we need.
He didn't play like a 19-year-old.
No.
Is he 18, 19?
He's young.
19.
I don't think he's 19. He's a bit older than that.
I think he's only in his teens, mate. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, but he did.
He looks a real.
He showed a lot of maturity then.
He looks a real find, a real diamond. That
Well, his nickname's a diamond, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
I think we've got the option to buy him at the end.
Yeah.
Of the game, haven't we? So
a couple more performances like that, mate.
Yeah, every time he plays like that, it goes up another 2.5 million.
Exactly, that's the thing. But I thought he played well. I thought Payet played well.
Payet's different fucking class.
Do you know who I was really impressed with because he had a fucking awful game last week, Creswell.
Yeah,
I thought
he needed that game.
Brilliant.
He needed that game.
But he looked a threat going forward as well.
Yeah.
He's putting some half-decent balls.
But I feel, from last week, the difference between last week and this week, I felt like the two wingers give a bit more protection to them. I think that's what they need. I think Lanzini worked well back as well. You know what I mean? As well as going forward, he was working back and putting in the challenges.
And Payet as well.
He was working. There were still times when he got caught forward, Payet, but. It was a lot better than what it was last week.
He's good enough to do that.
It's just that.
But
you want him to lose the ball down that end.
But it was so organised in the fact that when Payet was sort of caught forward, there was always someone. Kouyaté fucking boss that midfield.
Poor man's Yaya Toure.
Poor man's Yaya Toure. Yeah,
wasn't bad, was he?
I think he's probably going to be better than Yaya Toure in the next year or two.
He's only young as well. He looks about 60, but he's only early 20s, isn't he?
I think Noble bossed it in midfield until the
great game,
until the red card. But
we'll talk about
build your midfield around Noble.
The only one I was a bit.
Remember when I said that, Scott?
Yeah, I remember this.
The only one I was a bit. The only one I was a bit wary of at the start. I think he started a bit slower than the rest. Was God, mine's gone blank. The midfielder Pedro.
Oh, Obiang.
I was going to say Bonner.
I think with him, I think he got a bit overshadowed by how good the others were. He played well.
I think he grew into the game as he went on. I think he started a bit nervy, give the ball away a couple of times. You know, not many, but a couple. But I think he grew into the game as as he see that the Kouyaté and Noble were sweeping it up. I think he thought, I'm safe here. You know what I mean? Like, it's not going to be one of them days where I give the ball away and I'm on my own to he knew that they was going to be there to pick it up. I thought our game plan from the offset was absolutely spot on, as it was against Arsenal.
I mean, every time we went forward, we looked like we were going to.
Yeah.
Like it was causing havoc with a back 3 or 4. Well, it finished up with 3.
Well, he can't. I was dreading it going up there because I was, I don't like going to Anfield.
We're trying to drive up.
Yeah, it's 53 years. It's not
with that
by
history,
accident, is it? You know what I mean? You're thinking, oh God, you're going into it with a depleted squad, and and you think, damage limitation, and make sure we don't, give them a game at least, And
do you know what I think it was? I think a lot of that squad, like new players have come in, they haven't got the baggage of knowing, we haven't won it 50 years. It's not heavy on their shoulders.
Yeah, but then we've had some great teams go up there and not get a point.
But they went up there and they played
I think it comes down to the same as Arsenal. I mean, I said to you on Friday on the phone, I fancied us to get something now. I just think these curses have got to end sometime. We never won at the Emirates for a long time, and we did. And I fancied us to get something up there. But didn't fit to expect a 3-0 win though.
It's 2 results as well. It hasn't been like we've gone there and fluked a result.
No, we've gone there with a game plan where we defend, and we've got players that can break on the attack.
Yeah.
And Payet is so fast. I mean, he was running past players yesterday that are quick, and they just like Arsenal.
He put. I'm not saying Coutinho ain't a good player.
No,
but he put him in the shadow yesterday, and
I felt embarrassed.
He had an indifferent game against Bournemouth, but these big. It looks like one of these players that steps up for the big games, and he just thinks, right, I'm going to show.
If you look back at the last 4 games, you look at the 2 away performances. I think we've got our away tactics nailed on. It's the tactics at home that sort of haven't quite.
Well, there's a lot more pressure at the bowling in there, especially this season.
To be honest, I think because of that. Paul from the Red Bank made a good, he put this in. I thought, yeah, he's right. You can do that sort of thing away from home. Put 11 men behind the ball and counter attack. You do that at home, people on your back. Yeah. Get forward. You do that away, Anfield, Emirates, and people are like, you know what, that'll do. You know what I mean? It's 0-0. I'm not expecting them to go forward and whatever. But as I was saying, I was worried about going up there. I was reading tweets from, we're going to have to park the bus, a double-decker bus or a triple-decker bus. And I was thinking, oh, for fuck's sake, they're just going to have everyone in their own 18-yard box. Yeah, and I've just thought that the Liverpool attack was just going to come. It just never come from them. I don't think you'll ever go to Anfield. I don't think any team will ever go to Anfield.
They had 1 shot on target.
Yeah,
that was it.
But the thing is, though, I don't think Liverpool played that bad. I think we played that well.
Maybe we just
we done the right thing in keeping Benteke quiet.
Yeah,
he was quiet.
He didn't have a stick.
Even at half time when they brought on Danny Ings, or when they brought Danny Ings on, I thought he's that sort of player. He'll get him back in the game, but he didn't do nothing.
Well, the thing is,
he was willing. Yeah. He was willing.
Players were challenging, but 9 times out of 10 you ain't going to win an header against Benteke. But we were making sure we had bodies around the ball when it dropped.
And Bonner and Reid were solid yesterday, just like they were at Arsenal.
I mean, Tompkins as well.
I think they made up for Randolph, because they let Randolph down last week, the back 4, and they helped him out big time yesterday. But he didn't have to do anything.
The things he did do, he done well.
He done the simple things
for Liverpool.
Yeah,
he got a touch on that.
Yeah, he did. He saved it.
It was a good save.
It was going in the top bins, mate.
So the only downside for me with him is his distribution wasn't the greatest, I thought. A few times his kicks didn't really look to go.
No, but do you know what? I'm a lot more confident. He plays another game yet. He's got to play against Newcastle. 2 weeks ago I said no, I don't want him playing, and now I just think, you know what, he is the good backup keeper. You don't need to pay that
confidence player, isn't he?
Yeah, maybe you don't need to pay that 50 grand a week for Rob Green, whatever he wanted. Do you know what I mean? I'm quite comfortable with him now to be someone to come in.
I because think his early performances might have been, there's no club
nerves. At the bowling, full house for them.
It's not,
you're playing against a small club, and you're thinking, I don't want to get them to get a goal here. And
he probably think first game in Europe there's going to be about about 5,000 people there, but he wasn't expecting 35,000. You know, so. No, he done all right.
He done what he had to do yesterday. He done
very comfortably. Never spent. There was one shot. He had a good shot, didn't he? That strike, and he held it. Held it, and it must have been Lovren. And he had one shot on target. You know what I mean? And it was a pelter. You know what I mean? And it looked like something he was going to tip round the post, but no, he fucking got down to it, held it. Yeah, I'm quite confident with him. Yeah. Quite confident with him now. Tompkins, I thought, was brilliant. Again, at right back, I think Liverpool played into his hands a little bit. I was saying. Again, yesterday I was saying that they needed to sort of exploit his pace up that wing, you know what I mean? Or lack of pace, yeah. They needed to sort of like play it round him, but they was hitting diagonal balls to him and he was just swallowing him up all day long.
Bread and butter, isn't it?
Yeah. But even when it did come on the floor, he didn't give that. You know, people were raving about that Gomez. People on their comments, I give Gomez a 5 in the Liverpool ratings on the other channel, and they're like, "You see about Gomez?" Yeah, I did see about Gomez. He was a 5. You know what I mean?
I'd put him down to a 4. Take a point off.
Yeah, as I said, I think we just everything they had to throw at us, we just quashed it. Really do. As I said, I don't think Liverpool played that bad.
It's weird. I think we
played that well.
These. I mean, we started badly against Leicester, and we give Bournemouth 3 goals.
Yeah.
We give Bournemouth 3 goals. But that's a rare off day for our defence. I'm quite comfortable with our defence because they get a lot of blocks in and they make a lot of tackles, you know what I mean?
See, they were throwing their bodies at everything.
But they do. Yeah. And they've been doing that for a while. Even under Sam they've been doing that, you know what I mean? And I'm quite, you know, when we go 1-2-0 up, I'm quite confident that we won't concede, and I've never been like that before in the past with West Ham team.
Even when we went to Arsenal and we was 2-0, I was confident we won't concede.
When you go back last season or the season before, if we had gone 2-0 up at Liverpool there, you would have been sitting there thinking we're going to lose 3-2.
You'd have been biting your nails. I was not uncomfortable. I watched them passing it from backwards, across, and I thought, they're not worrying me. There's no potency here. There's no.
We kept saying to each other like they're going to have a go in a minute. They've got to have a go in a minute, and it just never came.
And then we just finished them off. They got a man sent off. Let's go through the second goal first. Beautiful finish by Nobes.
Well, Lanzini chasing down Lovren.
Made the thing.
Took the linesman out as well.
Yeah, chased down Lovren, takes the linesman out, then nicks the ball off him. It's, you know.
Bit lucky that it fell to Noble, wasn't it? It took a deflection off, but he was there. Yeah, great finish.
I think even Lanzini,
great finish.
That was a good finish. I know it's only a tap in, but it was. He got
beat there.
It's weird seeing Noble score from that. Usually it's from 12 yards from the penalty spot.
Yeah,
that was a great finish. Just like side foot into the far corner.
He just left Mignolet standing. Didn't have a chance. Goes in half time, comfortable. Me and Graham are sitting at the ground thinking, you know what, they're going to come out a different team now. You know, 2-0's a dangerous result, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's one of them ones because
they get an early goal.
Next goal's crucial.
Yeah, next goal's crucial, and there was just nothing. They just offered nothing in attack. But I couldn't work out because I'm watching the game, and you sort of like I'm watching the clock more than the game. You know what I mean?
Same clock they had at Arsenal, it did not move.
Yeah,
it went backwards.
And I couldn't work out whether we was just that good or they was bad.
I think we just nullified.
I think we were that good.
Yeah, we nullified. We just nullified everything.
Payet absolutely run the show. Sacco done brilliantly as well up front of his own.
And he wound the crowd up.
I
got embarrassed after a little while about Payet. He was that good. I felt sorry for Liverpool. He was just saying a mick.
When he went round about 4 players. And he just like laid it off to Sacco and
do you know what? He's a real player. He could make the real difference. When we get a couple more signings in, get the forwards that we're missing back, and I tell you what, he's going to shine. I think he's going to rip his Premier League to pieces because he's gone to Arsenal and shown Liverpool and shown you can do that. You know.
Just needs to show it against the Leicester team.
Yeah. But I think, to be honest with you, I think. You know, he was. I think against Bournemouth, he was willing to do that, but he just had no support. No. He can't do it on his own. You know what I mean? As I said, like
it's getting that.
David Sullivan would probably sell him because he couldn't do it on his own. You know what I mean?
Or he didn't watch the crazy.
Yeah.
He's a better quality player, and them players need a better quality player to play with them.
But I feel we've got that
just
quality.
The intelligence.
I feel we've got that quality when. You know, a couple more signings today, or tomorrow, or Monday. You know what I mean? What's the day today? Sunday. Yeah. A couple more signings today, tomorrow. You know, Adebayor's meant to come in, and do you know what? I'll take him in a minute.
Oh,
no, I would take him in a minute. I would. He's one of them guys that come in and he does well for a year.
But if he everywhere he's gone, he comes in on loan, plays well. So long as we get him on loan and then fuck him off at the end of the season, because
he'll get a contract and then
that's it.
Yeah, but then what if he comes in on loan and scores 15 goals, 20 goals, and he's unbelievable? Would you want to?
Everywhere he's been, he's come in, start first season, or when he's playing for a contract, he's unplayable. As soon as he gets that contract, he's like playing with 10 men.
Give him a year's contract.
That's it. Give him a year's contract. Fair
He's
enough.
got to play for a new contract, and every time.
That's it. But he just to me.
Personally, I wouldn't want him at West Ham, but if we got him, I'd get behind him.
I just think I want to talk about something later as well, because I heard like a rumour, and it was quite a strong one about Andy Carroll, but I feel like he could do well for us. I feel like he can come in. I think he likes a fresh start, doesn't he? You know what I mean? He's not. He played well for Tottenham for that year, then he went to Stow, then Sherwood come in, it's like a new lease of life for him. I just think he likes a fresh start, I think he likes a fresh challenge. I think that's his problem.
He just likes a signing on fee.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
Always helps.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think...
Third goal?
I don't know. Yeah, third goal.
We scored a third goal, we did.
Hit the post before that.
Hit the post before that. We had one, a couple of times we went through on goal. The defenders made good tackle. You know what? That could have been 4 or 5 yesterday.
Yeah.
Easily.
Well, we made one from Cresswell at his near post, didn't we?
And they was winding Sacco up, and Sacco went down injured. And you know what? We done something that I haven't seen us do for a long time. We started wasting time smartly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I was saying yesterday, like, I ain't seen that from West Ham, and that's where we sort of foul a little bit, because that sort of thing breaks the momentum, and every other team in the league do it except for us.
Yeah.
And I think it's about time we started to sort of catch up with the rest of the Premier. Take that extra 30 seconds on the floor when you're, Mignolet. I want to talk about Mignolet. Mignolet done Sacco.
Need him
in
the chest.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
I don't remember, but
he come out with a ball, was it Lovren headed back? Sacco's gone with it. It sort of held up a bit.
When he was down for a while. Yeah.
He done him bad, and he just stayed down for maximum time. They was getting like the dirty tricks, like the other teams, making then bringing the Jaffa cake box on, and getting there, taking all the stuff, and going, "No, I don't need that. I'm all right. I'll be all right."
Slowly walking off.
Yeah, and then slowly walking off when Nobes got sent off. Now let's talk about that sending off, because that's our 6th red card.
How baffled were we?
I couldn't work it out. I could not work it out.
Kick.
I watched it. I was watching it on the stream. You watch it, and I'm sitting there thinking, how?
It was embarrassing.
He took the ball.
It was up the other end from us,
Yeah.
right? It looked like a penalty.
Yeah, because
he blew it.
Give a penalty.
I said, but everybody around thought, oh no, because he was holding the ball under his arm.
Yeah.
I think like Randolph. It's one of them ones where they hold it under their arm and the striker comes up and he fucking slings it in the air. Says that. So he's holding the ball under his arm. I was thinking, bollocks. And he's getting a red card out and all that. And I'm thinking, fucking 2-1, 10 men each. And then he's give a free kick to us. I thought, what the fuck has happened there? And everybody in the crowd was bemused.
Yeah.
I mean, bemused.
We got the free kick.
And it was a straight red. I thought it was a second yellow. It was a straight red. And when I've seen it in the replay, if they don't rescind that, then we should pull out the fucking league.
The referee should have turned around after the game and admitted he made a mistake.
Yeah,
because that will get rescinded.
He was poor yesterday, that referee, for both sides.
Was it Kevin Friend, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Was that the ref?
He wasn't just bad for one side.
He was right with the Coutinho bookings. Both.
No,
I don't think the second one he was. I think
the second one.
You've gone to ground, right? You've gone to ground. You haven't
Payet
took the ball.
sort of turned into him, innit? It's one of them ones.
If you stand on your feet, you ain't fouling him. You ain't giving away. And
if you're sliding, you're always risking that sort of yellow card.
As much as he didn't intend to take him out.
Shouts for a straight red.
Yeah,
because he's going through the behind him.
Nearly had me over it.
Yeah. But it is. To me, that was a booking all day long, and it's his second yellow.
I think he got them right. I think he got the bookings right. The red card was definitely right. But there was one where it went about a foot out of play. And he played
Gomez,
on.
wasn't it?
Yeah, Gomez run it out. It was about a foot out of play, and he brought it back on.
Mignolet caught the cross, run out of play.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
come back on. He's like,
play on. And it's just he just got everything wrong. So maybe that Noble thing was a bit of like.
I think he tried to even it up.
Yeah.
He will get away with that. He'll get out easy.
He would.
No, he will. He will.
There was it wasn't studs up. It wasn't off the ground. He got the ball.
I swear his toe touched the ball twice before he even gets near it. Ings rolled over.
A lot of the ball.
Yeah, Ings rolled over like he'd been shot. And
But see, that bemuses me about referee, because sometimes I look at them and I think, what are you watching?
Yeah.
Like, what do you know that I don't know? Because I can see from my seat that ball he's taken the ball. Yeah, I can see that from my seat, and I was the other end
of it.
But I thought he must have gone over the top of the ball or something, But I saw that ball move. So what is he looking at?
The only thing I put it down to is because he blew the whistle, and then Noble's gone in for the tackle, but Ings was still going for the ball. So that's the only thing you can turn around and say is that, well, I blew the whistle, you've jumped in. But no,
obviously referees see it straight away and they react, but then they've got to start using the fourth official. Ask them. They've got to screen.
See them fucking linesmen, they don't do nothing.
No.
Nothing.
We saw that last week against Bournemouth, the linesman on the side where we were sitting. It foul's happening right in front of him, and he's not giving it. He's waiting for the referee to give it. You know, that's what they're there for.
I think the refereeing system needs to be looked at. They need to, because it's been poor refereeing this season.
It's a closed club.
Nah, they need to
monitor themselves.
To be fair though, right? If they did that, we'd have nothing to talk about.
No,
I'm not saying everyone's perfect. But refereeing wasn't this bad 5 years ago.
No, I think it's good. Yeah, I think you're right.
It's got a lot worse.
It's absolutely awful. But you know why they won't look at it? Because if they start looking at it, they're admitting that they're wrong, and they would never admit that they're wrong. And that's as simple as that. They have to support them. I don't understand this sort of like protection of referees, because
but I think a referee will get a lot more respect if they admit they're wrong.
I've seen one referee admit that
Paul Durkin. I remember when he come out on Sky after and he admitted.
That's what they should start doing. They interview managers. Maybe they should get the refs out.
But this is the thing about referees, right? They get protection to the highest order, and they know they can make any decision, right or wrong. I'm not saying any of them are hooky or anything, but you know they could be, and they know that they're not going to get questioned over it. At the end of the day, they're not allowed to do interviews anymore.
No.
The managers are not allowed to talk about them. The players are not allowed to talk about them. The club are not allowed to talk about them. So they just do what they want and they get away with it scot-free sort of thing, you know what I mean?
But West Ham Fan TV can talk about it.
We can talk about it. That's why we're here.
The thing is, referees in a way, you know, they like you said, they could do what they want. For me, referees should stand up for themselves a bit more on the pitch. Yeah. When they're getting surrounded by players and things like that, they should be booking them willy-nilly. Just to give them that bit more protection, and then maybe things will, you'll go a bit for the referees.
A player can have an awful game. He'll get criticised by everyone in the media. A manager can get the tactics wrong. He can be criticised straight away. Referees should be put under the same spotlight. Do you know what I mean? In the fact that managers should be able to comment. If you don't think that the referee's done a good job, you should be able to say, you know what, he's got it absolutely terribly wrong today.
For me, with a referee, if you're the winning side and you're saying the referee's poor, then you know the referee's poor. A lot of times when managers criticise the referee, it's because they don't want to blame their own side. Mourinho does it left, right and centre, because when his side's shit,
he's a fucking prick.
But that's it. But he'll blame the referee to take the focus on the fact that he got it wrong or his team were awful.
Because everyone's talking about it rather than how badly he's
that's it.
Yeah, it's all. I know it's all psychological for him, and he just that geezer just fucking baffles me. I don't want to talk about it too much. We're talking about West Ham, Liverpool, but we'll get to him when we get to the Chelsea game. Third goal. We had about 2 or 3 chances before that. Hit the post. Fucking, I jumped in the air. I was halfway in the air as I come down, but fucking, I thought that was in. He did wrap it up in the end, Sacco. Brilliant. Well, good finish.
Great finish.
Yeah, great.
Good to see him get a goal and all. Give him a bit of confidence now.
And straight over the billet.
I said at the beginning of the season, I bet they work him out this year. I bet he don't have a good season. But you know what? He's playing brilliantly.
He's been causing problems. They don't have been scoring.
To be fair,
I think he misses his strike partner.
He's on his own, isn't he? He's playing up. I know the way we set up is a 4-3-3, but he's practically playing on his own.
But he's bringing other people into the game, and we've got goals coming from, which is one massive positive. We've got goals coming from all over the field. Defenders are scoring them, midfielders are scoring them. Sacco scored one yesterday. You know what I mean? If we can get Enna back, Carroll back, and they all start scoring, we're in for a fucking good season. You know what I mean? Let's just tighten that up at home. You know what I mean? Start picking up. I mean, if we won 2 games,
we will pick up at home.
We'd have looked dangerous.
We're in no worse position at this point season than we were last season.
No, I understand what you're saying, but you know, in all due respect, as I said last week, Spurs and Southampton ain't Bournemouth and Leicester.
No.
But you know, will you win them 2 games as well, or get a draw and a win? You know what I mean? Like you're expected to do at home.
Yeah.
We look dangerous. We're up there with the top. You know, 6 points clear of Chelsea.
But that's it.
This West Ham, innit? We'll go and, you know.
I think we've finally worked out the West Ham way, haven't we? Beat the best and lose to the fucking rest.
You look, as poor as we played against Leicester, as poor as we played against Bournemouth.
We was equally as brilliant.
Yeah, but you say poor against Leicester. It was only 45 minutes we was poor against Leicester.
But that's what I'm saying. We lost by 1 goal.
You have to take that, because the second half we come out and we just battered them. And I think Ranieri just got it brilliantly right. The Bournemouth game, we come back from 2 down and then fucking chucked it away again. But that was just a rare defensive bad day, you know what I mean? Maybe, you know, Newcastle come under the lights. As long as we've got a full side together,
we'll be fine.
Yeah, I think we'll be.
I can't wait for that game.
From what I've seen of Newcastle,
Monday night football.
They haven't improved from last season. They're still poor.
No, they haven't signed well, have they?
They have signed well. I just don't think they've gelled yet. They've signed a couple of good players. They've got McLaren in charge. That's their problem.
Yeah,
I think they're playing a bit better football than they did.
They looked alright yesterday against Arsenal, to be honest. Like, they weren't that bad, but when Andy Carroll, I think it was an own goal. It's a what's his name? Colaccini.
Yeah.
But Carroll will be back for the Newcastle game. It's written in the stars, isn't it? Bound to come on, score and get injured. Yeah, joking.
Right, let's talk about. Let's sum up the Liverpool game.
Are you happy with the result yesterday?
I'm over the moon, mate. Absolutely over the moon. I never thought in a month of Sundays we'd go out there and not just win,
but win like that.
Win like that.
I had 4-0 on my coup or something.
Sum it up in one word.
Amazing.
Magic.
Unbelievable.
Brilliant. Right, let's leave it there. Let's move on to some transfer stories. The thing I mentioned about Andy Carroll is I never knew this one. I don't read a lot of it because there's so many rumours flying around in a minute, and I missed some. But that Zaza deal that fell through, it was meant to be one where Carroll was going into Sevilla.
I can't see that.
No, I can't see it either. Why, we're desperate for strikers. Why would you sign one but get rid of, arguably your best?
You got to look at all
for a gamble on a foreigner.
You got to look at the whole package. Why would he go to Spain? He's just had a new baby. He's settled here. He's worked his arse off to get fit. Why now all of a sudden will he want to go to Spain?
He probably fancies the sunshine, like fucking Benidorm.
His missus has got sunbeds in her house.
Yeah. Yeah, they like a bit of Marbs, isn't it?
Yeah, I can't see that being.
I'd have been very, very, very disappointed if he'd have gone.
Yeah. I can't see the hierarchy signing a player who, he loves the word gamble. Sullivan, you know what I mean? It's a gamble, that's all he fucking goes on about. And yeah, thanks.
Do you know the Craze films that you can download it from Monday?
Can you?
Did they mention that?
I've heard it somewhere. Yeah. I think I've heard it in passing. But I can't see them taking a gamble on a foreigner and letting one of an established player, although he's injury prone, go out on loan to Spain.
No, the thing is, you look at Carroll, and we all know if Carroll can stay fit. Do you
know what? I've got a feeling this time he will.
You think? Bloody hell.
I've got a feeling this time.
He looks a lot
law of averages. He looks
a lot lean. He's put on a bit of muscle. He looks stronger. He's worked his arse off. You can't knock him for that.
Last season, before he got injured, he looked a completely.
Do you know what? People slate him, right? He gets. I'm gonna say this now. I think I've said this before, but I'm gonna say it again. People slate him. Andy Carroll, about his injuries, and they think he's in for an easy ride. Do you think that Andy Carroll, although he gets paid £80,000 a week, wants to be sitting on his arse at home doing fuck all?
If you watch the way he trains, I wouldn't say that.
No, he trains like a fucking madman. Every time he gets one of them injuries, his diet has got to be like fucking as lean as fuck. You know what I mean? You're playing, on a Saturday night or something. You can say to the missus, let's have a cheeky pizza, let's have a cheeky Indian, let's have, when you're injured, that you can't, because any sort of weight, he's harder work when you're coming back.
I've had a week off and eating crap, my jeans don't fit. You know what I mean?
No, that's what I'm saying though. And do you think that Andy Carroll wants to be sitting there and his missus goes, oh, can we go out to an Italian? He goes, I can't, babe, I can't put on the weight, you know what I mean?
But footballers love to play football, they want to be on that pitch. The thing is, not only he's missed out on like team bonding, going on away trips and all that, and he's been stuck at Chadwell Heath and things like that.
A win against Liverpool, his old club. Imagine him. I think he was in the squad, wasn't he, yesterday?
No, he went on the bench.
I think he was named in a 23 or something.
With everything that went on when he was there, he would have loved that.
He would have loved it, yeah.
Creswell would have loved it. He was released by Liverpool, wasn't he?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they don't want to be missing them sort of games. I don't think he's ever played a game.
I can't wait for him to see the reception he gets when he comes on as a sub against Newcastle, because I think he'll get a stand of it. Everyone wants to see him back now. And I just fingers crossed it all works out for him.
And I hope they manage him right.
I think they will. I think Bilic is he's clued on.
He managed like he didn't, after Oxford against Arsenal and that, he didn't say, right, you're in the team all the time. They sort of, he's managing him. Do
you know what I would like to have seen? Do you know what I would like to have seen play yesterday for about 20 minutes? Samuelson.
Yeah, he's an exciting talent, and we were sort of cruising, so he could have given him a game, but
I think. Do you know what? I think he might have if we hadn't gone down to 10.
Yeah,
because it was still 2-0 to the end. Because they get a goal back, and then you think, fucking hell, we need.
He brought on Cullen, didn't he, for his Premiership debut? So
that was
again,
I know, but I'm just saying it's good experience.
He's
for him,
another one that maybe that they're looking at it that we need to give these youngsters.
You must rate them. You must rate.
Because under Allardyce, a youngster never got a look in. No. And that was one of the things that annoyed me with Allardyce. He never, he criticised the youth team so many times.
He put Berkey in when he had to.
That was it. It was only because he had to. As soon as
the Forest game.
Yeah, but that was it. The Forest game, you put in.
That was him digging his heels in, though, wasn't it?
Yeah,
throw him at the walls.
Yeah,
throw him at the walls.
And you know what? It's fucked a lot of their careers up.
Yeah, it has. And
it don't do him any good.
No,
it don't do him any good when you do that sort of thing.
Before they played that game at Forest, they were top of the development league. They were playing good football. They were playing well. We chucks them in like that, and like lambs to the slaughter. And then uses the excuse, we've got a big league game, and I'm sure we got turned over.
I think we got tonked, didn't we?
We got tonked by 6
3 or 4-0.
Yeah, just go and play. You're a professional football player.
Let's talk about Carling Cup draw. Now let's talk about transfers before we go on that, because we was talking about transfers before we got sidetracked by you. What can you see coming in? What do we need now? What do we do? We need just numbers, I think.
I can see 2 panic loan strikers coming in.
I think we need.
When I mean panic loan, I mean panic.
I
mean like you're going to get some Italian Serie B.
What, like 11 o'clock on deadlock?
Yeah, we'll get another
turn up in a minicab from Star Cars at the bowling.
Wondering what I'm doing it.
Any quality coming.
We need. I think so.
Any quality.
I think we need another midfielder.
Yeah, I think.
Marini or something? I can't remember his name.
Well, apparently, did you hear Joey Barton's interview yesterday on TalkSport? We tried to re-sign him, but he already agreed with Burnley. And do you know what? I don't blame him
about that.
I don't blame him. The way the Sullivans spoke about him.
Yeah, well, I'm done with him.
I think he would have been a good addition to the squad. Personally, me, Joey Barton.
The thing is, he would have been what we needed because
he's mellowed in over the years.
He's played in the Premiership. You ain't got to adapt to the style of play or anything like that.
Losing Nolan this week.
You're right.
Get off me. Do you know what? No, especially like losing Nolan this week. That's the only thing I think we're lacking now is leaders on the pitch and in the dressing room.
Yeah.
Because as much as I love Noble, and he will be a great captain for us, I don't think he's that. But I did notice him yesterday, though. To be honest, he was going up to one, and maybe he needed that. Noble. Yeah.
I think with Noble now, he can sort of step.
I'm glad he's captain. I'm glad he's captain.
What, losing
over the moon?
Yeah,
but you're a prick, so you don't understand.
As I said, with Nolan, he done a good job for us, but as we said, his legs are gone.
Yeah, but that's fair enough.
It's horrible, isn't it? Because you get this with players that sort of stay. You don't get many that stay with West Ham to the dying day. You know what I mean? But you get a player that you love, and like I'm going to take an example from another Premier League club because, as I say, we ain't got too many. But say like Shearer. Shearer's an unbelievable striker, unbelievable. By the end, his legs had gone, and he couldn't do what he'd done.
That's it.
And it's hard to sort of like it's hard to see. A lot of West Ham fans was too harsh on Nolan, including yourself.
I don't think I was too harsh on him.
No, I'm only joking. But a lot of them were like, booing him, and it doesn't help anybody. It doesn't help anybody. It doesn't help the team. It doesn't help him. It doesn't help you.
When you see my video that I done, and I mentioned the good points that he done. I've seen people that have slagged him off, commenting on our video and all other things, saying, "Oh, good luck to him" and all that. And people like that get on my nerves because if you don't like him, stick to it. Yeah. Don't get up his arse because he's gone. The thing is, Nolan was a great captain. He's the best captain we've had for a long time. A long time.
Said I ain't knocking his.
And not only that, captain, like I said, when he joined us, he come from a Premier League club where he was captain, a top Premier League club, Newcastle. We was on our knees. He united the dressing room. He united a club. He got us up. And let me tell you now, when he lifted that playoff trophy, how many captains go up now and lift that trophy first? Usually they wait for all their mates to go up. He couldn't wait to lift that trophy up because he was proud to captain that team and the club, and that is why he was a great captain.
Said that season in the Championship, the first season in the Premiership,
even the second season in the Premiership, like I mentioned, that month of February, he saved us from relegation.
Yeah,
he did. The goals.
The Swansea and the Villa games.
He was poor in that second season. It wasn't him.
Awful.
He was the only one that was sort of. I know that he got the argument that over Christmas he always seemed to get a red card over Christmas, and people sort of had conspiracy theories. But as Ryan said, in February he scored about 6 goals.
Yeah, and in the end they were the goals that kept us up.
Yeah,
one thing I would agree is that last season he was poor. Yeah. But I think last season he was like Sam Allardyce style. Listen, a football player wants to play. It's not his fault he's getting picked.
No. And that's what we said before on here. And that was it. That way it was. He shouldn't have been playing the amount he was playing last season.
But he probably knew that himself.
Yeah. Nolan was a player. He's there to get you goals.
But and
he didn't do that last season.
You've got to respect.
He missed Andy Carroll. He played his best football when Carroll played.
You have to expect, right? I'm not joking. You have to expect. Respect. Sorry, not expect. You have to respect the guy. Because he never shied away from it.
Of course not.
It's easy to be when everyone, it's 90% of the stadium are baying for your blood. He never shied away, and it's easy to just turn around and go, "Do you know what, boss? I don't want to play this week." He played every week.
He didn't.
And he went out there and he knew he was bad. In his heart of hearts, he knows he's bad. He knows he ain't what he was, and he can't do the things. It probably frustrated him as much as it frustrated us. Yeah. But he never shied away, and he always thought he was like, it would have been easy about this, right? When he played, he was the captain. Yeah, he could have turned around and said, "Do you know what, boss? Give that to Nobes." Because he could have been, because people see him leading the team and they go, "Oh, for fuck's sake, it's him." He's 7th, 8th in the line. People don't notice him as much, you know what I mean? And
no, you are right.
He never shied away, and that's why you've got to give him masses and masses of respect. He never shied away from the challenge. He knew he wasn't no good, but people, he got picked and he just went, "Do you know what? I'll go out there and do the best I can." And the best he can weren't good enough in the end.
That's it.
I don't think people realise how much he loved the club.
It was time. This was the right time for him to move on.
Yeah, but I don't agree with the way he has left the club out the back door for a captain that served 4 years.
Should have been given an opportunity to.
No, you summed it up perfectly. They should have said that before the Bournemouth game and let him get.
Because I would have stayed behind to shake his hand in a car park if I could have.
Yeah, but that's it. The way they've done it was the wrong way. They did it with Carlton Cole. They knew it was going to be Cole's last home game.
Do you know what I'm going to do?
They got him the ovation that he deserved.
Do you know what I'm going to do?
They should have done that with Nolan.
Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm actively this week, I'm going to start trying to get hold of him and trying to get a word of him.
You can't.
No, that's what I'm going to do.
He's round my house.
I promise you. I wish he was this week. I'm going to tell my audience. I'm not promising anything to anyone out there, but I'm going to actively start looking for agents or get in contact with him, get some sort of contact number from him, from someone that knows him. And see if we can get him a chat with him, because I'd love to have a chat, because I want to say thank you to him.
Give him a chance to come off on the 70th minute against
Yeah,
Bournemouth,
that's what I'm saying.
whatever, and people could have stood and given it, because a lot of people did appreciate him. There's more people that appreciate him that don't. That's what you don't realise.
Yeah.
You only hear the boo boys.
Of course you do.
You know what I mean? That's all you hear, and there's not a lot of them.
No, that's it. You know,
But they're louder than everyone else.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
look, no, last season for me, when Nolan was coming on, I'm sitting there thinking, why is he coming on? But I don't. It's because looking at what he was giving us last season, he couldn't do it because of his. You know, it said his legs had gone. We said it so many times last season.
Yeah, but then look at when we played at Arsenal. They brought him on. He thought he was in there. He was breaking attacks up. Like, he done.
He played
like seeing
one of the games he played in. No, in fact, there's 2 games he played. Did he play against Leicester?
Yeah.
He got on, did he?
He come on.
I think he done all right. He's poor against Bournemouth. Play up front. He's poor against
But
Bournemouth.
again, that could be down again best of management.
Yeah, but he was poor against Bournemouth. But the other 2 games, I think the Arsenal game he come on, he done all right. Leicester game he come on, he done all right. Although, you know, Kevin Nolan, he's not the best of tacklers, not the best. You know, he's best going forward scoring goals, and he can't do that anymore. So I think it's right, but as you say, I think it's wrong the way.
I don't even remember like Matty Upson getting that much stick, and Upson was a poor captain.
He was terrible.
He was a terrible
Nobody
captain.
knew he was a captain.
He was a terrible captain in a poor squad.
I still can't understand why he was captain and Scotty Parker weren't.
Well, Scotty Parker really was the captain,
Yeah,
wasn't he?
he was. Upson was just awful. He did terrible captain.
Like I said, Lewis Barmorte didn't even get as much stick as Nolan, and Barmorte was shit. He's probably one of the worst players I've ever seen put on a West Ham shirt. It is, isn't he? Come on, let's be honest. He was poor.
Christian Daly stands out on me as
Daly's
well.
a legend.
I love Daly.
Don't say about Christian Daly.
Daly's an hero, apart from when he scored that own goal at Millwall. I never forget that.
He was
Do you
awful
remember that
for
when we
a
were
long
standing there?
time, and he got stick. But it gets to that point where, yeah, I do remember it. It gets that, yeah, I do remember it well.
Was that the 4-1?
Yeah,
when
he slid it in, and he just had this look on his face because it was right in front of the West Ham.
It was at
fans.
that
He
time
thought,
because there's times with West Ham players, right, where they get bad. Christian Daly went through a bad patch. Repka done the same thing, and they get so bad that people get fed up with for booing them, and they just sort of become this sort of cult icon, and people were singing his name and all that. And he must think, do you know what? It must be good now.
He's got his own song.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying, and you know, it gets to that point. But I think it was beyond that with Nolan, because the only reason I think it's beyond that with Nolan is because of his. I think this is where a lot of the hate comes from for him, is because of his association with Allardyce.
He was an easy target. He was an easy target.
You know, that's what it was. They did.
We better leave it there. It's 42 minutes.
Anything else you want to talk about?
Do you got anything you want to announce this?
No.
No? Alright then, we'll leave that.
No, is there anything else? We've done transfers.
You don't want to announce it, do you want to tell anyone about
You want to talk about Maiga?
Where's he gone?
Is it Saudi Arabia?
Something that way, yeah.
Something like that.
Apparently he's not got permission to be out there.
Yeah, but he didn't have permission, and I see a picture of him with a shirt smiling. I loved it.
Yeah, he's smiling because he's got £6 million.
Yeah, we got nothing.
We've got nothing, and he's just, you
I
know.
thought he's going to have a strip then.
What's that? Anyone know anything more on Song? What's going on now?
I heard that they're going to leave it till January now, but I think that's running a risk because someone else could pick it up.
Yeah.
But Juventus are after him as well now, so. But his kids are at the West Ham Academy. He's settled in, or he likes living in London.
I think they should just sign him.
Oh yeah, he's 27.
Just put it in his contract that if he doesn't recover from the injury come January, we can release him.
How about sign him and don't pay him until he's fit?
Yeah.
I'll tell you,
I think
pre-contract.
he fucking won't have that money.
Yeah, but he must have enough money to last. He ain't like scraping around.
No, I'm not.
He ain't going around the Barclays place with
He ain't going to the dough office. I know that, but
he gets statutory.
Statutory sick pay, £100 a week.
I would say we could pay his clothing budget.
What about?
Jesus.
This is just another thing I wanted to talk about, but I'm starting to fucking lose it now. Shit, what was it? It's your fucking fault. You carried on chatting when I wanted to say it.
What was you going to mention? The new Craze film, the Stuart,
You can download.
you can download
it from iTunes on Monday. Yeah.
Best British gangster of all time film. The Fall of the Craze will be out in a few months as well.
Have you seen The Long Good Friday? Have you seen The Long Good Friday? It can't be the best British gangster film of all time.
Football football factory. I don't know what's happening.
The business.
Yeah, let's talk a bit about my ego. What's happened now?
That's it. Apparently, he's just buggered off.
I thought we was getting £6 million. I was like singing.
He done the best thing he's ever done for us since the Tottenham win. Scored that goal against Bournemouth, and then he just went.
Disappears.
It was like his parting gift.
He's like, I've got to go.
He's probably going to get paid a lot of money out there, and that's probably why he's thinking he's
but
more sod West Ham.
But
He's going to be like. I can imagine him being like Coming to America. At the beginning. When Prince of Keys in his palace. That's what he's going to be like, being bathed out there by Nolan.
But the thing is, if he has gone, we've got to get something. We've got to get some money out of that because we ain't released him from his contract. We still hold his registration.
We always get screwed over somewhere.
Got to pay his contract off.
They should pay his contract.
Who was the other player that left us and we had that big Diamante when he left? We ain't still been paid for that. He's been signed for Watford now.
Yeah, but we let him go for peanuts. Why couldn't they pay that?
Was it about 3 mil?
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, but by ego, we didn't even get Paul scratchings.
Never get a bag already sorted.
That's best.
Do you think, right? This is the thing I'm gonna end with, right? And this is just my opinion. This is not, if you don't know what I'm going to say. So this is just me saying as me. Do you think that Sullivan and Gold, not just Sullivan, the Craze film's out on Monday. Download on iTunes. Do you think that they're sort of like with the signings? They're sort of hiding behind this financial fair play thing a little bit, because all I hear him say is we're getting very close to our fucking budget and all that. That's all I hear him saying. But I'm thinking to myself, where the fuck are they spending 150, 200 million and they're spending 500 million?
Villa have spent 85 million.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And we've spent, in terms of that, nothing. 14 million, 15 million on transfers.
Yeah, but with Villa have had a big income and they ain't really signed no one in 2 seasons. This is the first season under Lambert they didn't really sign many players.
Do you reckon we're going to pull off a massive deal deadline day?
No,
because I don't think anyone wants to come to us because of the 2 clowns that run the club.
The thing that worries me is you look at the size of our squad, right, and regular first team players.
That's what I'm saying.
And then you're sitting there saying, well, we're either paying way too much in wages or we ain't got as much money.
I think we have a big wage bill at West Ham. But then again, saying that, when you see like Kyoto,
30 grand,
15 grand, he ain't even signed his new deal yet.
With Nolan's wages,
I think I earn more than him.
Nolan's wages are gone.
Yeah, Maker's wages are gone.
Downing's wages are gone.
And Downing was a big earner.
And Payet, I can't see Payet earning more than 70, 80 grand.
I'd be surprised if he's on like more than 50 grand, to be honest.
But this is what I'm saying. That's all I hear out of his mouth. You know, the books ain't open. I can't look at them.
No,
you know what I mean? And he's like, we're very close to the. And all I'm seeing is people going, and nobody coming in. And I'm thinking, hold on a minute. Like, what?
Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do this week. Then, while you're finding Nolan, I'm going to get the books, and we're going to look at them next week. And we're going to go through them. I remember the days when we had to fucking sell Andy Impey to balance the books. Yeah. Do you remember them days?
Yeah, but I do. But I can't see how we're overspending with the income that's coming in from the Premier League. You know, they're whacking out these club shirts, these commemorative things. You know, people must be like. More tourists are going to be coming over this season. It's got to be a fact. I don't care what anybody says. And buying merchandise from the club shop because they've got all this bowling range out that people are going to want to.
Exactly.
You know, people eat. I can't. Fucking hell. Right. I can't see. We've spent 10 million on Payet, 4 million on Obiang, 10 million on. Oh fucking hell! Am I getting them mixed up? Bonner. So that's 25 million. But Downing's gone for 8.
The thing is as well, right, we spent that money, and if you remember the end of the last season, they turned around and said, we're going to have a £30 million signing.
They're denying that now.
Yeah, they said, yeah, but that's...
I think they just got caught up in the hype at the end of last season.
The thing is that justify what they did at the end of
Big Sam's wages as well. You've got to think about that as well, because I don't think Billich is on that. No. I mean, Sam was one of the... I think he was 13 in Europe.
I think, yeah. He was only more than...
Klopp.
Del Bosque won the fucking World Cup.
You know, that's what I'm saying. Do you think they're hiding behind this a little bit? Do you think they're sort of using it as a screen?
Might be. Just because the deals ain't going.
Are they trying to get this through on a budget so they get maximum profit when they leave? We've sold Upton Park. They must have got some money from that.
Yeah, but they can't count that in the books until we actually leave. So that'll come into next year's revenue.
Well, no.
It's like the TV deal don't come into next year. I thought it was this season.
No,
it's not. It's next season, which is massive. Moving into Olympic Stadium with that sort of money,
It's
you know what I mean? If we can build a good squad this season,
That's why this
going into the next season, we could start seeing some real superstars turning up.
This season is so.
I'm not holding my breath, to be honest with you, with that sort of thing.
Listen, as I said, 5 years down the time, they'll sell the club.
Of course they will.
Yeah.
Of course they will.
Good luck to
about
it.
these transfers. You don't know what goes on behind the scenes.
No, I don't.
They could have a few deals lined up.
The thing is, I get why they
They're
keep
not going to announce it till.
keep the deals close to your chest because
They don't keep the deals close to their chest. They don't keep the deals close to their
They
chest.
tweet it
You say they keep the deals keep the deals close to their chest. We're the worst for it because as soon as we're interested in a player, you've got 2 kids fucking tweeting it out.
yeah, but it's
One now.
One now.
it's all right saying you're interested in a player, but it's trying to keep it quiet what player it is.
I think it's good with I know with the Sullivans, like the kids. It's good that they interact with the club, but surely now they've got this bowling insider that the official website does it. That should be left to that for us to find. But that bowling insider just repeats what anyone else says. Anyway, he ain't got a clue either. Probably not even inside the
The
club.
thing is, it's no different to us
Probably up in
sitting there
Manchester.
going, oh yeah, we heard a rumour we're signing this player and just running with it.
It's good to know that the Sullivan kids on Twitter is good and bad at times. It gives sort of like. It's sort of like you're damned if you're doing, damned if you don't. It gives that sort of openness to the club, and you think, oh, you know what, he knows. But then you think, God, he knows. You know what I mean? You shouldn't be telling everyone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Until a deal was done, you shouldn't announce it because anything can go tits up. Look at the Chelsea Tottenham thing with Willian. He was a Tottenham player, he had a medical, and all of a sudden Chelsea went,
What's that?
and then all of a sudden he's in a Chelsea shirt.
Robinho. Same thing.
Yeah, but Robinho was at his press conference. He thought he was still in Chelsea. He didn't have a clue, did he?
Who was it?
Mark Hughes walked
playing
in.
at QPR. The West Brom. What was his name? Just fucking drive down to QPR.
Yeah, he just turned up on deadline day, didn't he?
Was,
wacky. Oh,
That was
What's his name?
the African fella.
yeah.
Yeah.
He just turned up. Let me in.
Alright lads, I'm here.
I'll wait here. You talk it out, I'll be here.
What do you mean? Alright, I'll go.
But then Colton Cole was the same, wasn't he? He was sat up in West Brom
Yeah, I'll tell you
in a
something.
fucking service station.
I can still see, like you said last week, I can still see us signing Carlton Cole again.
Surely.
Sir Colton.
Yeah.
I won't have that. I'll block all his medical.
Just to anyone, man. I just want to see some fucking fresh blood in
And
that
there will
place.
be. I think we'll see at least 3 players by deadline day. It'll be panic loans.
Yeah, that's what I hate. I hate it when you're doing deals on deadline day.
Why do they leave it?
I don't know.
Why do they leave
Like
it?
3 months.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
To get
The
a
thing
million
is, I
quid
don't
knocked
think
off.
I don't think we have left it. I just think people are pulling out of deals like that Zaza deal was.
It's like the housing market in a way, because it's got to have a knock-on effect. Because a club is selling someone, they've got to have someone coming in, and someone pulls the plug.
Well, that's
it
what
fucks the whole chain up.
Carlton Cole, weren't it, with the West Brom thing?
Yeah.
He was going to sign there because we were meant to be getting out of IR, and that fell through. So they went, no, you ain't going.
Yeah, so, and that's like that's what goes on. But you should be looking at that Zaza. They can afford to let him go. They should have wrapped that up a long time ago. People turn us down, and it's a worry.
Yeah. But
that Zaza one was because another loan deal fell through for Juventus, didn't it?
Yeah, it was Llorente, wasn't it?
So that's what happens. And not only with deals, it's not only the player. You got to think of their families as well. Especially these young players. If they've got young families, do they want to move to another country?
Yeah, exactly.
That's what you got to look at. It's not only always about they don't want to play for West Ham, because any player would be silly not to play for West Ham.
You look at letting a player go out on loan. We let Zarate go to QPR last season.
And left
we were
ourselves
crying
very,
out.
very, very
So
short.
it's swings and roundabouts, isn't it?
Yeah.
You got
can't foresee people picking up injuries or just.
And with our track record,
For our club, you should expect it, not
exactly.
foresee it. You know what I mean?
We should have 10 players for every position.
I don't know.
I'm looking at I'm raging at the fucking fire extinguisher. You should expect it. Right, let's leave it there because we've been going on for nearly an hour.
Yeah. Well, we did win.
Yeah, we did win. Yeah, half past 12. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
talk about the game for 20 minutes, huh?
That's all right. Yeah, we won. I'm happy. We'll be back for the Newcastle game. We'll be going up to City. Who's going up to City?
Me
We
and you,
have to do
innit?
hip dip dog shit or something.
Hip dip dog Dog shit.
Scissors, paper, stone.
No, yeah, dog shit. That's not dog shit. It's scissors, paper, stone. We'll have to do some sort of system so we can work out who's going. You probably won't go because you probably will work.
If you need me to go, I'll go.
All right, we'll see what happens.
Do you want to go?
I don't mind. I've got to take a day off, but
Make a decision.
If you can go, then go, and then
You got to take a day off for Leicester as well.
no, because it's on Tuesday. Don't work
right.
Tuesday.
Yeah, so we'll be back for the Newcastle game and the Man City game after that. Follow us on Twitter, twitter.com/West Ham Fan TV, facebook.com/West Ham Fan TV. The website is www.westhamfan.tv, and you can see all our content now. These two boys have sorted it out, and it took them 8 months. Well, they promised it in March, didn't they, right? Remember that?
Disappointed boys.
Yeah.
Disappointed.
So you can go on our website now. It's all up and running. There's not much on there, but we'll be adding stuff as we go along. You can watch all our videos through there, from Liverpool to Leicester to Bournemouth to post-match pints to everything. You can sign up for a newsletter that you can sign up for, and you can get everything that we're putting on the website emailed to you, so you can see the content as soon as it goes up on the website. So that's fucking brilliant.
Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
Well done, sir.
Yeah, he done that. He sorted that out.
Take back the 8 months now.
I feel bad now, don't
No, I do. I feel guilty. I want to sign up for it now.
Yeah, you can sign up. I'm signed up to it.
Yeah, I'm signed up to it.
No, I just asked you what's on it.
No, sign up to it.
The worrying thing is Tomo's not.
Tomo
We'll
went on
fax
Twitter.
it to Tomo.
Look how long it took me to get on
Somebody
Twitter.
asked me his figure. I went, I don't think he's on Twitter. He still uses the carry picture. I went, I am on Twitter. Eyebrow 76. I went, what? I went, who set that up for you? He went, I set it up myself. I went, well, what the fuck?
Eyebrow 76.
Hey, look, you can't take the piss out.
Oh, hang on.
You
Look
can't
at
take the
that.
piss out yourself, everyone else will anyway.
Happy birthday, Graham.
Oh, happy birthday, Graham.
Cheers, lads.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear
Eyebrows.
Happy birthday to you.
And do you know what I'm going to get you for your birthday? You can download the craze from Monday.
Yes.
On Monday, iTunes.
And when's the next one come out?
Couple of months.
Alright, nice.
Fall of the craze.
Can you get me an eyebrow trimmer for my birthday?
Fuck off, we ain't got that budget. Need to cancel around for that. I'm only joking.
You need one of them streamers.
Fucking lawnmower.
Not mate, bro.
Some of that.
Yeah, thanks for joining us on this edition of Postman Trump. We'll leave it there. Thank you very much. Come on, your eyes.
I was wary. I was not like massively confident, because it's typical Liverpool to be like, to look at like, oh, haven't we done well, and we played really well against Arsenal, and then we goes, well, what we'll do is we'll get 3 points against West Ham, and then we'll go into the international break, boss, and then basically fuck it up. We've done that years and years and years. We've been doing that, and this is apparently no different. I mean, credit to you guys, you were the best team.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah.